Very well, my friends, let's talk about Substance materials. For whatever reason, well, not whatever reason, but Substance has been a huge software for the past couple of years, for several years now here on the industry. And one of the things is that they've been trying to create these bridges with a lot of the software. So we have Substance plugins for Maya, for Blender, for, not for ZBrush, but of course for Marvel Designer, Unreal, etc., etc. So if you go online and you have access to Substance Painter, if you're under the indie license, every month you're going to be able to get a specific material. You can get just any material that you want right here. So if I look for linen, for instance, I'm going to be able to find all of this like linen materials that look very good. I'm going to be downloading this one right here, this embroidery on sheer linen. Now, unfortunately, due to the way licensing work, I cannot share this specific material with you because this is considered a premium material. I can use it for commercial, but I cannot share it. So I can use it for this tutorial, but I cannot give it to you, my friends. But don't worry, if you go to Substance Community assets, there are a lot of free Substance community assets that you can access as well, that a lot of very kind members of the community will like give to you. So if you just look, for instance, for cloth, there's going to be a bunch of cloth materials. They might not be as high quality as the ones from Substance 3D Assets, which is like the official one, but you're going to see that there's a lot of them and they work exactly the same. You just download the SBSR file, which is the archive, and now I'm going to show you how to use it. So I'm going to go to this guy right here, to the little green element, and here on the fabric you're gonna see that right now this fabric has properties. We can change the color, the opacity, the roughness, a lot of things, but one of the things that we can also change is here on the material we can change this PBR to the substance option. So now we just click on this little guy right here, we navigate to our downloads folder, when in my case to the downloads folder, and I just open the archive and it will automatically, look at this, load up the texture that we're looking for. Look at that. And the cool thing about these materials, I'm not saying that all of the materials are going to have this, but this one in particular does, is that it has presets. So for instance, I can go to this glossy pink embossed or embroidery, matte gold. That one looks really good. I think that's the one that I'm going to use. And this metallic green right there. And you can change things. Some of these elements, for instance, here on the reflection parameters, custom properties, we got the color, so we can change the warp and the weft. Remember, the horizontal and vertical like fabrics that we got. We can change the color of the embroidery. So all of these things we can modify right here. I'm going to duplicate this. I'm just going to copy, and then there we go. So I'm going to select this patterns right here and assign this one. And then this one, I'm going to change to the gold ember. And then this one, going to assign to this guy right there. There we go. So look at how nice this tablecloth looks now. Now, all of those weird shadows that you're seeing, that's due to the way the light works. I've mentioned before that, unfortunately, like Marvel Designer is not the best render engine. You're not going to be delivering final renders from this software, but there is an option. You can actually go here to this little box and change this to quality render, and it will give you a sort of like ray traced or kind of like Eevee. It feels like Eevee from Blender. So as you can see, we get a way better effect, way better translucency, and just in general, a very nice effect. Again, one of the things that I love about this elements right here, the Substance materials, is that we can very easily change parameters. So if we go to this custom properties, I can go to the embroidery, for instance, and let's change this to like a gold color. There you go. Like a dark brown color on that one. And look at how nice this looks. Eventually, this can be exported as well. And I actually do want to talk about this because I'm sure a lot of you are going to be like, oh, I can render this inside of Maya or Blender. And it's going to look very cool. And yes, it's going to look very cool. I actually did this a couple of weeks ago for my Instagram. But what you're going to do, or what you will need to do, is you need to set up the UVs for your element right now. By default, if we go to the 2D pattern window and we change to the UV editor, you're going to see that your objects are not like properly placed where they're supposed to be. So this one right here, for instance, is way too big, and it needs to be inside of the 0 to 0 space. Otherwise, you're gonna get UDIMs. And I mean, if you want to do UDIMs, that's fine. But for this particular elements, it's way better to just change this right here. So I'm just gonna make this a lot smaller and have this right here inside the 0 to 1 material. And then I'm gonna grab the rings as well, make them really small. These are UVs, as you can see, so they're not affecting the 2D patterns. Hope everyone knows what UVs are. If you don't know, by the way, my friends, just jump into my YouTube channel, and I got a bunch of elements right there where I explain what UVs are, or what UVs are. Let's grab all of this, just get them right there, perfect. And since these are two different materials, they don't need to be, or they can be overlapping, and that's fine. But I just want to make sure that you guys understand that if you want to export from here from Marble Designer and you want to have the exact same sort of like a preparation that we have right here, it's very, very important that you change the UVs so that they fit inside of the UV editor. There are ways to do the UV packing automatically, but again, since this was a very simple one, I feel like it really was not necessary. Let's go back to the 2D pattern window, which it really doesn't matter where your elements are in the 2D pattern window. Nothing's going to change. It's a matter of how you like to organize your stuff. You're going to see that if you download any like advanced piece of garment, it's going to be pretty much a mess. It's going to be things everywhere. But yeah, that's pretty much it, my friends. This is how substance materials work here inside of Marvelous. Very simple topic, very simple element. And now it's time to jump onto our first like actual exercise. We're going to be exploring a couple of extra properties in the next couple of videos. We're going to go over how to generate pressure and generate more wrinkles and more control over our elements. And at the end, I'm actually going to be showing you how to retopologize the assets in case you're looking for the game pipeline. Before we jump onto the next chapters, we're going to be looking at a more complete project. So yeah, that's it, my friends. Make sure to do this very quick exercise of just substance materials, and I'll see you back on the next one. Bye-bye.